Apple has strong ties to Disney, certainly dating back to Bob Iger's big bet on Pixar, striking a long-time friendship with Steve Jobs. Recently, it's been the battle between Bob Iger and a well-known billionaire activist investor, Nelson Peltz, that's been making headlines in Hollywood. Seemed like it was the biggest story, the biggest event in town for control of board seats. Overnight, we learned Iger emerged victorious, but what exactly does that mean? Where does Disney go now? Let's bring in Jim Anderson of the AI software company Beacon. He often joins us to talk about big media and technology stories. Jim, what was your observation of this battle between the billionaire and the longtime media executive?
Yeah, John, you mentioned so many things. Number one, companies under pressure. You mentioned Apple. Well, of course, Disney's under pressure. What company's not under pressure to grow its revenues? And it certainly seems like in this case, it was the talk of the town. It was the story. And these consumer stocks seem to be, sort of behaving in ways that look a lot more like political campaigns than sort of traditional stock proxy fights, which are institutional shareholders, et cetera. So we saw reportedly $60 million in advertising spent on each side as, Disney, got its message out. The other side got its message out. The activist shareholders. So, ultimately, the shareholders who are in Disney won because it's up 50% over the past 6 months or so. And reportedly, the Nelson Peltz netted about $300 million in appreciation for this whole fight. So he was pretty well compensated for what he did.
Well compensated. And then for people who are looking at Disney as an investment, or maybe they've been an investor, there's certainly the Iger storyline, which is an interesting one. It's hard to think of a lot of CEOs that became as celebrated as he was. Of course, he came back to the company at a very turbulent time, and so the jury is still out on what Disney looks like over the next few years, but it does feel like technology is at the center of the story right now for the industry. What are you going to be watching for with Bob Iger with an activist off his back?
Yeah, clearly. Well, he already did sort of CEO playbook number one, which is cut costs, right? And companies, as they get under pressure, that's a known tactic. Let's go and cut costs, and he cut significant costs. Regrettably, much of that headcount. So that there's already been a lot of pain there. I think everybody's watching the streaming future. How do you control the costs? The ballooning costs of streaming content. ESPN and their multi-billion-dollar rights deals with sports leagues. They seem to have a streaming future. So a lot of turbulence that Disney has to navigate. I mean, what a wonderful platform from which to navigate that turbulence, because they've got these cross-sell, upsell opportunities between their theme parks and their movie studios and their television network, et cetera. Whether they ultimately spin ESPN off or ABC or some other components, everybody's always looking at unbundling or rebundling things. So you have to believe that's on the table as well. And I'm sure they're glad to get this particular fight behind them, and because there are some significant challenges in the entire landscape over the next 1, 2, 3 years.
Could you, given that, are you expecting some really big things to watch for? I only ask this. A lot of people disagree with it, but there's a longtime analyst, Laura Martin from Needham, who has been making this strong case that eventually Apple buys Disney. I mean, we just talked about how Apple's trying to figure out its content future. Disney knows content pretty well. Disney knows the Apple team pretty well. It would be a big one, and I'm not sure how the regulators would feel about it. But it just seems like every day we've got these big Hollywood players, Paramount even today, that are just trying to figure out their landing spot.
Yeah, it is a big story, a big idea, and boy, would it be fun to talk about. I'm a little skeptical. It seems like so big, and antitrust, and all the other challenges. Plus the fact that Disney's a very different business than Apple. I mean, for all the wonderful management and success that Apple has had, they are not infinitely talented and infinitely capable of doing everything, right? We saw them get out of the EV business, right? Because wow, it turns out it's hard to make cars, and it's hard to run a media company too. So it's fun to think about. I don't know, color me a little bit more skeptical. I think you're probably going to see things though like AI, right? Can Disney use AI and all of the technology advances to dramatically reduce the cost of production and maybe increase the quality of production of its entire portfolio of shows? Lots of opportunities like that, I think, to look for as well.
Okay.